Good morning from Jeffelhead Homestead. I'm Bob. No, that's not it. Today is Monday. It's early Monday morning. Oh, it's probably in the 50s right now. Sunny, little breeze. I hope wind noise is not. I need to get a wind filter. Or anyway, oh man. My neighbor just stopped by on his way to go fishing and offered to take me. Oh, and I've got my fishing license now. I don't have my pole set up, but I wasn't done with my chicken chores, so, you know, I gotta, yeah. Next time he said he'll plan ahead, so I can do a lot of stuff feeding them. I could do that the night before. I just don't like leaving the food in their runs overnight, so it doesn't attract. Anyway, I just passed up on a chance to go fishing. Let's see. I didn't do any filming yesterday, but I got a lot done around here. It was just, you know, I'm still kind of bummed out about the baby chicks, and yeah, I'll talk more about that later. And show you more of my setup. A lot of heat lamp, yeah. In fact, I think that might have been the problem, was too much heat. But I'll talk about that later. Let's see what's on tap. I got a ton of stuff to do today, and I got the cattle panels out of the truck yesterday. I put the new Energizer and battery on those fences, so that's a more powerful charge running through that fence. I think. I don't know. I'd have to look that up. Yeah, it should be a more powerful charge. I tested it with the tester, and it's I'm getting more charge through it, so it sure seems like it. I haven't shocked myself yet with the new Energizer. That'll be coming up soon, I'm sure. Okay, it's Monday, and time to get to work. Thanks, everybody. Oh yeah, that tarp thing you see behind me, that's just, well, there's the chair under there, but the boxes that those shelves came in, it rained, so I threw a tarp over them. I want to rip off the tape and stuff so that I can flatten those out and start using them as ground cover. Speaking of shelves, let's go look at the one I just finished putting together. Alright, yep. I finished putting this one together. I did not put the casters, the wheels on the bottom. I'm going to stick this one in my room. So, yeah, probably, what, like 5 feet tall? 4 shelves and adjustable. You can put them where you want them. And, alright, this one's going in my room. I might show you that. Although I might not. Fifi photobomb! Okay, a lot of people are asking about heat lamps, so yes, I've got heat lamps. When I filmed the other day, they've got the clips, so I just raised them up so that I could film the little baby chicks. 16, and they all seem to be still doing great. They are warm enough, and well, I can show you, in addition to the heat lamps, I've also got this heater in here, and oh, there's a probe. That's a temperature probe hanging down here, and it goes up to the thermometer up here. And the more I think about this, may have been too hot. I may have been too hot. Right now it's 82 at that probe. It was high 80s in there. When I hatched the other chicks, I did not use this heater. So that's one difference, because it was warmer outside then. It's getting into the 50s, high 40s at night. So I put this heater in here in addition to the heat lamp. So I'm wondering if it might have been a little bit too warm and dehydration. So yeah, I don't know. The first 3 that I lost happened overnight, and I just found them when I came in to check on them in the morning. But the last 2, I just I watched them. I watched them all day long, and I was, I separated them out so they weren't getting stepped on, and made sure that they were getting water, and I just kind of babied them all day long, and it didn't work. So now I've got 8 baby chicks in each tub, and we'll just go from here. And I turned the heat down a little bit, so I'm going to try to keep it 80 down by that probe. And I hung the probe over there, and it's like right at 90 degrees. So still, playing and adjusting with the temperature, but everything seems to be cool right now. 1 shelf unit installed, and I just started throwing stuff on there. well, some of that was sitting on the floor, others was. Anyway, yeah, this will be very, very useful in helping me get a little bit more organized in my room. So thank you for the shelves. 1 down, 3 to go. It's 75 and sunny, Fifi. What do you think about that? Yeah. I just harvested some of my climbing hyacinth beans. My neighbor's wife stopped by the other day and said, "Hey, those are cool. Can I get some of those seeds?" Like, sure, I'll have plenty. So yes, these seeds were gifted to me by Uncle Hoss, and I only grew, well, there were only like 2 or 3 plants growing, but yeah, it was pretty cool purple bean hulls, is that what you call them? And the seeds are kind of, they'll turn black once they've dried out, but the seeds are kind of cool looking too. But yeah, I like those climbing hyacinth. I'll keep doing those. There are, what, like 6 wood chip piles out here now, and I haven't talked to them lately, so I don't know what the plan is, if any more are coming, or don't know, but I'm sure I'll be getting some of these. Cool. Mountain and cows, cows and mountain. They're enjoying the nice day too. It's a beautiful day outside, and I'm inside making phone calls and writing emails and trying to make some plans. One of the first things I need done is a tree service before anything else goes. There's a water well right in back of the caddy shack. I'll use that one twice in a row. But yeah, I need tree removal. That electric pole. Oh, and the sun's coming right in there. But yeah, there's a dead tree right next to the electric pole. But there are also 3 other trees in there, and I'd like them all gone. Some of them need to be gone. Then we have this tree, and I think that one needs to go as well. It's not doing so hot since the bonfire, and yep, it needs to go. And we have these true trees here, which, you know, a hammock between those, as nice as that sounds, this tree on the right needs to go. They're close together, and that's probably how, actually I should probably take both of them out now that I think about it. Anyway, the one on the right at the very least will go. And so, okay, and then behind this tree is another cluster back there, and my electric wire is going through that cluster, so I need all of that gone. And you know, that's some tricky stuff. You need a bucket truck or lift thing or whatever to make sure you're not doing stuff. So yeah, I think that would be the bare minimum of what I need done, and I need some quotes on that. Let's see. And then there's a ton of other trees that I'd take out if I could. Let's see. There's a walnut tree behind this one on the right here, down there by the lane. There's a walnut tree. I wouldn't mind taking that out. And then there's those 2 right there. The one to the right, I wouldn't mind taking that out. And then, oh, Fifi's meowing at me. And then over where the chickens are, I wouldn't mind taking a few trees out over there. Just as, you know, just as a start, you know, 20 or so trees, no big deal. But, yeah, probably, what, 8 or so, and then that little stuff in there. We'll see what they tell me. And that pile and hole will have to be taken care of. I got to start yanking out the metal. And what I'd like to do is borrow a trailer for like a week, like a flatbed trailer thing. And I don't have a hitch on my truck, so then I'd have to borrow a truck. But anyway, it would make sense to, instead of shifting piles, just move that stuff once. Move it from where it's at onto a trailer to the scrap yard 45 miles away. So yeah, I've got to make those arrangements, and then I'll work on that. And then I believe I can get the bulldozer man over here, and there's a hole in there. There's a big hole. Then I can get bulldozer man back over here to fill in the hole and kind of level that out. And yeah, a lot of stuff. That doesn't, I could probably squeak in the cabin in here before that happened, but it'd be better to get it done first. Yeah. And now for my next task of the day. It's first project after lunch. I did lunch, and it's so nice outside, I'm probably going to skip a nap today and just keep on working. So, yeah, you want to watch this one? No, I think we'll pass on that one. Anyway, I got 8 buckets and a wheelbarrow full of old hay, and yeah, got to empty them and rinse them out. And I'm usually lazy and only do 2 or 3 buckets at a time, which means, you know, 2 or 3 weeks down the road I got to do it again. And so this time I'm stocking up, so that'll last me a good month and a half, 2 months. All right. Oh yeah, and I keep a scrubber out here. It's just on a nail that was already in there. That's also where I put the mirror when I cut my own hair. Interesting tidbit. And we have Grumpy. This is the first time he's shown up during the day when I've had a camera out. And what you missed was I was alerted to Grumpy's presence by the chickens. Yes. The first time I see Grumpy out during the day, and he's chasing the chickens, and I think he's chasing them again. Grumpy, dude. Come back here and I'll give you a snack. Oh, and there's Fifi. Oh, it's interrupted by all these cute little critters. Alright, he just took off running. I don't know where he's at. I think Fifi just wants to play. She's not trying to fight him. Okay, I'm tired. Oh, it's late Monday afternoon. Oh, it might be like 4 or 5. I worked all afternoon. Yeah, those 8 buckets kept me pretty busy. Then I got interrupted by Grumpy, which was, I hear the chickens all squawking, number 2 and her 4, the 4 chicks that she hatched. They all started squawking, and Grumpy, and I looked over, and Grumpy was trying to pounce on them. Not really pounce, but yeah. So I might have to lay off playing with them with that feather toy. I think I'm training them to chase the chickens. Oh, and then Fifi, that's, I've seen her chase Grumpy before, but that was only after Bob went after him first. So that's the first time. I don't think she was wanting to fight or chase him off or anything. She's just, she's playful. She does that to Bob all the time too. So I don't know. Bob's inside today, so Grumpy was in no danger of being chased off by him. Don't know what the deal was. Did some more research on my baby chick situation. They're all fine. This is 2 days later now. And what I'm thinking is most likely was too much heat. And, the more I read about the symptoms and yeah, I think it was too much heat. Apparently, too much heat is a much bigger problem to baby chicks than too little heat. If they don't have enough heat, then they are, they can regulate that by moving around and, eating and stuff like that. But too much heat, and they also recover a lot quicker if they are cold. So if they were too cold, they should have perked up, pretty quickly after they'd gotten the right amount of heat. But too much heat, and I think what I did was I lost the first one the first night, and I didn't think anything. But then I lost another one the second night. So I turned the temperature up and I lowered the heat lamp a little bit. And I think it got too hot in there, and I think that's what the deal was with the next 3. They just they can't recover from too much heat as well. You can't cool them down. Their body starts slowing down and shutting down because they can't handle the heat. So yeah, that was probably my fault. One of the chapters in the book I was reading was, everybody's worried about the baby chicks freezing to death. So everybody's worried about not having enough heat in there. And so a lot of times people will, they'll get it too hot, and that's even more fatal to baby chicks than not enough heat. So I do have a thermometer sensor down there, so I've been keeping track of the temperature, and it was I had it up to the high 80s, and now it's down into I'm keeping it right around 80 and no more issues. So, and they're, once they're like a week old, the older they get, the less heat they need. So yeah, lesson learned. Don't overdo it on the heat. It also warmed up that third night. So it was getting down into the high 40s the first 2 nights, and I think it only got down to mid 50s that third night. So yep, that makes the most sense, was too much heat, which is, yeah, counterintuitive, but it totally makes sense now. We get so worried about there not being enough heat that we do the opposite, which is actually much more dangerous to them. All right, what else am I doing today? They're crowing back and forth. Oh, man. I guess that's it. Oh, and I had a visitor yesterday. That's kind of interesting. Just some cool guy started watching my videos. I guess they got a phone call suggesting I don't know what was suggested, but I should probably point out that I am not sad and lonely out here. So if you're passing along that information, I am not sad and lonely out here, and I'm not, sad and lonely and need a place to go for the holidays. I've got family in Russellville, so yeah, I guess I need to point that out. I am not sad and lonely. I am exactly the opposite. Well, I guess you could say I'm lonely, but I don't. I prefer to live alone. Nobody can wake me up. Well, they can wake me up especially when they show up in the afternoon during nap time. But yeah, I really enjoy living alone. It's not it's not a bad situation for me at all. I am loving it. I'm loving being out here, and if I need company, I can, which I never do. I can just run into town or go bug my neighbor, or social media these days. I get along with people on the internet better than I do, people in real life, because of the similar interests. It's that's just how it works. Okay, enough of my rambling. Hope everybody has a great week. I have no idea what's in store for tomorrow, so we shall see tomorrow. Take her easy, everybody. Oh, where'd you go, dude? One more? Are we done? Oh, he's one up on you. He's one up on you, Stumpy. That's what they're calling you. They're calling you Stumpy. There we go. Hey, cool looking stick dude on my front door. Yeah. I see a lot of you around here. Fascinating little creatures.